years, and each stage gives you a different kind of a learning, and then you keep evolving. Is the development of the values and culture of an organization. Every individual needs to start imparting this particular knowledge of what is environment.
Hi everyone, welcome to the esteemed FaceTime with Leaders. It's an initiative by the World Development Corporation, and I am Esteemed, your host for today. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. We have one such corporate giant on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Ramachandran. He's a model of success in guiding Fortune 100 enterprises across the IT, FMCG, retail, and media industries with a track record spanning over 2.5 decades. In his previous role, he was general manager and IT director at News Corp, a position whereby he was overseeing leadership for IT solutions and leading global transformation and change management amongst other chores. Thank you, Ram, for joining us today.
Thank you, Smith. Thank you, Smith. So I've been in IT through and throughout for the last 28 years, and have been in various leadership roles where I had an opportunity to set up GCCs from scratch, and then specifically on the IT functions, and then other function, and then the requirement around the compliances, and then what is required for setting up a GCC and building the talent base for it to be a successful delivery model has been my journey so far, and that's what I've been doing. And giving strategic definitions, and then defining strategies, and then guiding the stakeholders, and giving close formation for the transformation, or how do we transition roles into India, and making sure that this delivery structure works in India is my strength.
That's great. And managing a global IT business of $60 million and overseeing a workforce of 800 plus is no small feat. So, what strategies and principles did you use to ensure optimal results in such a dynamic environment?
Initially, when the uh, GCC setup was done in India, there were lots of challenges where talent availability to the brand building or image to be created for an organization, and actually ensuring that the talent approach towards you, and then the organization is well known, was a little challenging. And over a period of time, the knack of developing such leaders, like grooming graduates, and then also hiring the right talent which are fit for the roles, and then ensuring that the delivery model is effectively positioned as per the business requirements, and then meeting the business goals, uh, has been the key drivers towards making it a success factor over here. And talent, obviously, grooming them and mentoring them, and growing, grooming them towards the growth path, has been one of those uh, key pillars for the success.
That's amazing. There have been significant accomplishments along the way, and among your diverse roles, which one resonated with you the most, and what are the takeaways that you gathered from that experience?
Each of those accomplishments have different, at each stage of your career, you get through with different kind of challenges, and that comes up with different accomplishments. And each phase is a learning phase, and somewhere you need to unlearn, somewhere you need to uh, warmly welcome the new achievements that you create. So there has always been the four pillars: people, finance, HR, talent, and operations. and the business functions as such and technology are the four pillars which actually drive through that particular success. Uh, uh, Sorry, I lost it here. There are accomplishments aligned along with it, right? And each stage gives you a different kind of a learning, and then you keep evolving. And this evolving journey has been very exciting for me. And let us take a big retail giant. Initially, I was with the service industry where I got a opportunity to work with different businesses, which where I was doing the account management, where understanding the business requirements and then giving them the right solutioning and then growing the organizational need, the answering to the growing organizational needs were different kind of accomplishments that were done. And in the second stage, if you notice that when there were global capability centers that were being set up, it was a new entity altogether in a different formation, and where it was very important for us to build that brand and attract the talent and ensure that we are building that right technology, a right set of leaders which evolve, and then we are celebrating the success of establishing the same deliverables which were in different parts of the world and then which is set up in India, which makes uh, India a bright spot. And that being a contributing factor to enhancing India's growth has been one of the other accomplishments which I always keep it to my heart. And then at a later point of time, if you notice, setting up, grooming leaders and then mentoring them. And then even today, I feel that at any point of, at any stage, any leader would require a mentor, and also you should also be favorable in imparting your learnings to others by coaching others and mentoring others towards success. So these are some of the key factors which I take along and then keep evolving.
And how did ESG and corporate governance happen? When did you develop an interest for that?
Okay, in any organization, it has to be inbuilt as a process, right? So, well, let's take an example when there is a technology and then there is a lot of emission that comes along with the technology. What best you can do to reduce the number of servers that you are utilizing? What best can be done? That has always been one of the parameters of evolving. Another thing is motivating people and educating people on ensuring the environment protection is very important. Say an example, uh, creating a policy which actually helps, say an example, sharing of your shared travel towards the office or going back, or ensuring that you are providing the facilities that you are providing, which is cab or something, which is electric based, and then the cabs are utilized by the employees. You are contributing the emission protection. So these have been regularly been part of your attempts towards environment protection. So ESG has always been there, and also using shared printers or something which you can ensure that less utilization of papers in the office, and then more of automation which can be done, which makes people use the machines, and then they are driven towards an automated world and not the physical world where you utilize some of these environment wastages. And those are some of the factors which are critical. And very, very important factor is creating policies where every individual in the organization is abiding by those policies, and then which is also friendly in understanding. Also, corporate governance is something which, when you evolve as a leader, this has to be nurtured and the factors which comes along with corporate governance is the policy building or anything that facilitates the employees, and also it creates a structured phase, and then that is the development of the values and culture of an organization, and that is very key for a robust corporate governance and the ESG to be part of any organization. And I believe I've been contributing at my best on those areas. That's where I develop my interest.
As an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
I think I gave some examples in my previous in your previous question, where what can be done uh, on the ESG and corporate governance values that we can bring in. Still, there are lots of opportunities. I think we can keep grooming our people to really see how this environment is very important to us, because it is from childhood to adulthood, through adulthood. Every individual needs to start imparting this particular knowledge of what is environment, and how do we channelize our energy in protecting that environment. And as far as corporate governance is concerned, it is all the processes that you build around the CSG and corporate governance are the ones which are going to really create that special outcomes that you are deriving, that is going to be equally beneficial for the businesses.
So you come in with an expertise on how to build these processes is something which
Correct.
addition can be. It's great. Technology plays a vital role in today's landscape. How have you witnessed technological advancement impacts in your field? And what transformations do you anticipate with rise of technologies like IoT, AI, machine learning, blockchain, and Web 3.0?
See, there are two kind of a very important thought process which we need to align with. At every stage, there has been an evolution of a new technology, but it doesn't mean that the new technology does not give it is changing any it is changing anything for the human beings intervention. I think there is a myth which is around that, okay, when AI, ML, everything comes up,
Humans
then
will be
people
redundant. Yeah.
yes, everything will be redundant and all those. But if you notice, at every stage, when there was, um, when the technology came in, everyone said that, oh, okay, lots of jobs will be cut. But technology actually evolved and created more jobs than what it was existing. So same way, if you notice, when AI, ML, there will be a lot of automation, there will be robotics which will be developed. These are all an enhancement towards your innovations. And I think we should help these evolutions to come up. At the same time, it is also acting as a protectionism, and then also it is evolving to create more jobs as well. I think we need to have the trust that whenever it is evolving. I'll give you one example based on my articles. When the banking system initially was there, which was manual, everyone used to stand in the bank in a queue, and everything was done. When there was reluctance towards using desktops, and then making it utilizing some of those keying in some of the data and then sharing that. And then still I remember when my dad used to go and then take a print of their passbooks and all. So after that, your ATM came in. After ATM, your when ATM came in, then you started transacting cash on your own. And then later, if you see, today you are doing online transactions. Same way into the retail, there are you have physical stores also present, but there is also online transaction. Does it mean that that online store presence is missing? No, that is also existing, or at the same time, there is an evolution towards the online transactions as well. So these evolutions will keep happening. That does not mean that it is going to reduce some other values. It will coexist, and it will actually expand in my view. And I think welcoming some of these new developments does not harm anything that is existing today. And I am more on the game of learning and developing myself towards some of these, because I have personally seen in IT transformations where modernizing some of these technologies have helped in to bring in business benefits, and that will keep going forward. And then I think that's the story behind the evolution, and then where we are going to reach towards.
Absolutely. And I think it's the need of the hour. If we don't coexist and we don't catch up, then we will fall back and we won't be able to be competitive in the race. So, absolutely. So, we are building a community of industry magnets, and this move is meant for cross pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Havel Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
I think the team is doing very good, and this initiative does give an impetus towards the requirement in the future, which is going to evolve. And connecting with the industry leaders, bringing all of them in one forum does help in sharing the knowledge and then ensuring that we are all creating values.
Yeah.
And that's what I can say.
Thank you so much for that. It was fantastic conversing with you. And I'm so confident that all your insights are definitely going to inspire our future leaders. Thank you for joining us today. And I wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Smith.
Thank you. I'll just.